Hello and welcome to your workout today with me. My name is Charlotte Tooth and today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute strength and conditioning workout. Now today we're going to focus mostly on the lower body and we're going to take you through a circuit. So this circuit's going to go 3 times and it's going to be a very spicy leg set. So expect to feel all the muscles in your legs, your butt working really hard and getting pretty tired by the end. Now today's session you'll just actually need a mat, your straps set up at mid-calf height, and then also a kettlebell that you're happy to swing, but also to rack with a single arm, okay? It's best to base it on the single arm rather than having a kettlebell that's too heavy to do that exercise. All right, so get yourself ready and set up to go. If you haven't adjusted your straps, do that now, mid-calf height. Now we're actually going to just keep the mid-calf the whole way through just to try and keep some flow today. Okay, we're going to start with a warm-up. We're going to do 4 exercises, around about sort of 30 seconds, 40 seconds on each, and then we'll get straight into that leg-based, lower body-based circuit. All right, so go ahead and stand facing towards your anchor point. Straps are at mid-calf height. From here, you want to start with your elbows in line with your ribs, your feet just hip width apart. Hip hinge, you're going to send your hips back, reach your arms forward and feel the stretch along the backs of the legs. When you come back up, think about driving your hips forward to bring yourself up. So it's going to be hips back, reach the arms forward, feel that lovely stretch in the back of the legs and pull back up. Now, if you're quite tight in the back of the legs, you might notice that you just want to dive down with your upper body and your butt cheek kind of stays tucked under. So really sit your hips back into this. So we're looking for a stretch in the back of the legs, loading up the hamstrings. All right, next one is going to be your front lunges. So stand yourself up, face away from the anchor point with your arms directly in line with your forehead. You're going to come up onto your tiptoes and then just start to step one leg forward at a time. And you'll notice that both of my knees bend, my front foot is flat and my back heel is lifted. So I'm just alternating from one leg to the other, keeping pressure on the straps. So my arms are constantly pushing forward. You can't see because they pretty much stay static. But if I push forward, I feel the triceps working and the core muscles activating. All right, next one, team, is going to be your Bodyweight Cossack. So get rid of the straps. Give me nice wide legs, okay? Toes slightly outturned. You're going to keep one leg straight as you bend the other. Drop the hips towards the heel, pushing the knee back and squeeze back up. And again, other way. So I'm going to bend, push the knee back, squeeze back up. So most of your weight is in the outside edge of your foot, outside edges of your trainer. Now, if you're struggling with balance, use your arms as an anchor. When you take your arms forward, you might notice that your hips can drop further back. Oh. All right. Beautiful. Last one is going to be your plank position. So bring yourself onto the floor, hands under shoulders, step your legs back and just simply hold. I want you to squeeze your butt, pull your heels high and create maximum tension through the body. And remember to breathe, the most important bit. Scooping out the waistline, engaging the core muscles and firing up all the muscles of the shoulders as well. Now make sure your hips are not higher than your shoulders. You want your hips just slightly below. Elbow creases forward. All right, rest there, guys. So hopefully feeling a little bit warmed up. As we go through this next section, you might actually notice that we take our time going through the first circuit. The first circuit is mostly going to be bilateral work, so mostly on both legs. And then the second 2 circuits will focus on unilateral work, where we're focusing on one side of the body at a time. So we've got 6 exercises, 45 seconds on each and 15 seconds break. I'll coach you through as we go. Just make sure your straps are still at mid-calf and your kettlebell's nearby. All right, so let's start this timer again. So we're going to start with a TRX squat. So we stand facing towards the anchor point, elbows in line with ribs, legs are squat width apart. You're going to drop your hips back and down, slightly pushing your knees out to the side, and then you're going to squeeze your butt, come all the way up to stand. Now remember, how low you go is entirely up to you, but try to keep your hips reaching back rather than tucking under. So it's like you're trying to sit down on a very low chair. All right, timer's on. So I'm doing the timer so you don't have to. So keep listening up for the changes. Now this is a great exercise to start with because it gets into the ankles, knees and hips, warming up those joints. And we're keeping the eyes up, the chest up. Now it's so easy just to sort of go through your workout and not think about engaging, but actually the more you think about engaging and squeezing the muscles, the more you get out of it. So don't just mimic the look of what I'm doing. Try and feel the sensations. Quadriceps working, glutes working, core on. All right, next one's going to be pistol squats. So instead of having your legs wide, because you'll sort of weeble from side to side, you have to put your feet underneath the midline of your body. Again, elbows in line with ribs. One leg comes off and you sit towards the heel. You switch sides. Sit towards the heel, switch sides. You don't want to lean back here. Imagine there's an invisible wall behind you and you are sliding down that wall without knocking it over. It's not made of bricks, it's made of foam. Yeah, so we're not letting the bum cheeks stick too far back. We want to load up the leg. Now I'm doing a variation here of either straight leg or bent leg, because bent leg means that I'm not restricted by my hamstrings of that lifted leg. And I can go just halfway down or all the way up. I'm using my arms to pull myself up. All right, team, take the straps away. This next one's with the kettlebell. So your choice how you want to hold it. Some people prefer to hold it by the horns. Some people by the ball. I'm going to take the horns today. Feels much easier. You're going to start at the front of your mat. Step one leg back for reverse lunge. Step back and repeat with the other. So we actually did this earlier on in the warm-up, but we were doing front lunges instead. So it's the same thing, but stepping back. Now listen, I'm trying to keep my hips from dipping from side to side too much. I want to make sure that I'm getting low enough to feel the work in that front thigh and the glutes. All right, almost there, team. Keep the chest up. Slight incline over the front leg. All right, guys, set your kettlebell in front of you. Line your toes up behind it for swings. Toe heel out one, toe heel out two. Hinge at the hips. Cha. Grab a hold of the the horn and tilt it towards you. From here, you swing it between your hips and swing up. Let's go. Now, I'm assuming because this is an intermediate workout, you've done these before, but if you haven't, essentially, it's a hip thrust. Hips are driving through and the bell feels weightless. My arms are barely doing anything. I'm keeping my gaze slightly in front of me. And I'm not locking the arms. I'm packing the shoulders. Shoulders pulling down into my heels. Strong, snappy hips. All right, guys, slow it down. Pop it in front of you, get rid. Next one is actually going to be on the floor. So you need to lie down facing your anchor and drop your heels in. So split the straps, lay back flat, and then drop the heels down into the foot cradles, hamstring curl. So legs start straight, hands are down. You're going to bridge the hips up and away. Up and away. You're welcome to keep your head up if it helps you, or lay your head all the way down. Now listen, if you're super strong, you can keep your hips off the floor the entire time. My hamstrings are crazy tired from a workout yesterday, so I'm having to use a bit of momentum to help me. But I really want to think about engaging from the back of the knee all the way to the butt. Oh, take your feet out. Well done, guys. Into your back extension with froggy legs or turned out legs. So you're going to lie on your tummy. You'll have your legs in a sort of diamond with your heels together and your fingers by your temples. You're gonna lift your chest and your legs up and come back down. Chest and legs, back down. If my legs are too wide, I won't be able to get them off the floor. So don't have your knees too wide. So if you're doing it right, you'll feel your butt, you'll feel your lower back working, and maybe up between your shoulder blades, maybe you could add a bit of extra squeeze, like you're juicing an orange between your shoulder blades, or like you're flexing to show someone your back muscles. And it gets tough after a while. The glutes start to really tire here very quickly. All right, rest there. 1 minute's break before we go into the next set, all right? So like I promised, there's 2 more circuits to go. And this next round, we're gonna focus a little bit more on one side of the body, okay? So listen, you've still got another 45 seconds. So grab a sip of water, do whatever you need to do, stretch it out. And the 6 exercises are just a development of what you've already done. So there's nothing new, we just add that progression, all right? All right, last 15 seconds before we get started again. Start to get yourself sorted, face towards your anchor. Again, this next one is as before, it's a squat. The only thing I'm gonna change is the range of motion, all right? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the only difference is we go all the way down, halfway up, all the way down, stand up. 1.5 squats. All the way down, halfway up, down, all the way up. I never want to be in a position where I'm chilling, yeah? So all the way down, halfway up, all the way down, and then squeeze back up. So essentially we're getting more time in the place that's challenging, that bottom section where the muscles are producing the most force. And I'm asking you not to sit, not to relax, and maybe lighten your grip on the straps. Yes, already my thighs are starting to burn. I can feel the muscles at the front of my feet starting to grip as well. I've got to relax those. And because these are the biggest muscle groups in my body, they require a lot of energy, a lot of oxygen, right? So it's getting my heart rate up. All right, so next one is as before, pistol squat or single leg squat, but you stay on the same leg. So working that conditioning on that leg. So it's gonna be left leg on the floor, right leg either straight or bent. And remember, you sit your hips all the way to your heels. Off you go. So you've done this before. The only difference is the sequencing. We stay on the same leg. You are not changing legs. And you might find that when you stay on one leg, you get tired quite quickly. So perhaps you can't go as low. Maybe you're just going halfway down and back up, and that's okay. Remember, you want to earn your right to progress. We never want to just do something for the sake of it. We get better at the things we spend time doing. And if we spend time doing things a little bit wrong or a little bit out of posture, that's what we end up getting good at. Oh my goodness. All right, well done guys. So we're gonna come into our reverse lunges like we did earlier, but instead of holding it with both hands, we're gonna rack it on the right arm, okay? Racking, so you've just got hold of the top, the handle, and you're resting it towards your elbow. Elbow can be close, or you can do a wide one, your choice. I need to step my right leg back and stand back up. Right leg back, stand back up. Now, if any of you want a super duper challenge, of course, instead of the rack, you're welcome to keep it in a press position overhead. A lot more challenging for the core and for the shoulder. Look at my left arm. It is stiff, it is solid. It's giving me anchorage and balance. My core muscles are tight, tight, tight. And my left leg is working so hard, that front leg, because I'm keeping most of the weight on that left leg. Oh, team, well done. All right, kettlebell swings are the same, but just mark this with me. Step the leg in to go out, in to go out, in to go out. That's all you got to add when you swing, okay? We'll start normal, we'll change it up. Toe heel out, hip hinge grab, tip and go. All right. Now when the kettlebell's at the top of the swing, that's when I need to step in and out, okay? Top of the swing, top of the swing, top, you ready? In to go out, in to go out, step swings, in to go out. Together, open, together, open. If you don't like it, take your normal swings. It's a tough one for the obliques. Control of the knees, ankles, and hips. Oh, team, rest there, that was a killer. Pop it off to the side. Quickly pop your straps into a single-handed mode, just so we can do single leg hamstring curl. So I want you to drop your heel in, flex your foot, and from here, there we go, lay down, and you can have one leg on the ground and sort of pull it in at the same time, so it's a bit of momentum, or super challenging, keep the top leg in tabletop. So right leg is bent, left leg is dragging and pushing, dragging and pushing. Oh my goodness, super duper intense. The further away the right leg is away from you, the harder it is. So bring it in, not so much that you're tucking your tailbone, but enough to feel that it's helping you. Oh, keep flexing your foot, team, otherwise you lose the straps, which is what I just did. Oh, saved by the bell. Well done, guys. Back into back extension. Nothing changes in this one. Same froggy position, heels together. Get ready. Oh, and back down. And here I go. Now listen, if you found that your shoulders were getting quite tight last time, you're so welcome to put your hands behind your back and free up the shoulders a little there. It's good to be strong in both positions, but of course, you don't want to walk out of this session feeling a little bit defeated because the shoulders are all over the place. All right, guys, remember you won't lift high, but the sensation will be strong, especially if you squeeze your heels together. Strong glutes, better power, better support for the knees and the lower back, and of course, a nice perky butt. All right, team. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute to yourself. I haven't got any water here today, but if you've got some water, grab your water, have it, take it. We've got one last round to go. I don't know about you, but my left leg is absolutely burning. It's still burning, even though I'm not doing anything. So with this 1 minute, the point of the rest breaks is to recharge your batteries. You know those old PlayStation games where you'd, sort of recharge your batteries by going somewhere and picking something up? This is just like that. Your body needs to recharge so that when we come back in, we're feeling crazy strong and we can push. So you might need to unhook your straps now, just so you've got them separated. No longer single-handed mode. You've still got 20 seconds and then we'll go for our last round. 6 exercises. We're now working the second side of our body. All right, get yourself ready. We're starting again with that squat. Again, I'm going to change it for you, so have a little listen. Stand facing the anchor point. Legs squat width apart, elbows in line with ribs. Here we go. This time it's 1, 2, 3 pulses down and then shoot up, cha, to a rise on strong, straight legs, kneecaps pulled up. So it goes 1, 2, 3, cha. And again, 1, 2, 3, cha. The strongest, straightest legs, calf muscles on fire. Flat feet on the way down, onto the balls of the feet on the way up. This is mimicking what you're going to do later in our finisher. Whee. So this is just like you would if you were jumping, vertically aligning your body for power, energy output. 3, cha. And again, 1, 2, 3, cha. 10 seconds. Yes, well done, guys. All right, single leg squat coming up. This time it's the right foot on the floor, it's the left leg in the air. Okay, remember, you want either bent leg or straight leg, but your invisible wall doesn't want to be knocked over. Here we go. Left leg up, Now, if you're anything like me, you've got one side that's a little bit weaker than the other. So I'm right-handed, and naturally, I like to stand on my left leg more and gesture my right leg. If this is you as well, you might be struggling on this second side. If you need to modify, of course, you can drop your left heel lightly onto the ground on the way down for assistance. All you're doing is bringing down the load. Oh, and I can feel myself wanting to do sort of like a body ripple on the way up on my weaker leg because I don't like loading in that hip flexor, but I'm going to resist it. I'm focused on squeezing the thigh muscle. All right, guys, rest there. Straight the way into your reverse lunge. Okay, so remember, grab your kettlebell. So we're going to go for the single-sided reverse lunge, racked on the left. So if you rack it on the left, this time, remember, it is your left leg stepping back so we can load up that same right leg, okay? So right leg stays forward, left leg goes back. So remember, the rack can be low, squeezing into your body, can be high, depending on how your wrists like it and the shape of your kettlebell. My hips are staying square, and I can do the advanced option, which is kettlebell pressed overhead, continuing to bend into my left leg, keeping the weight forward. Pushing, using the core muscles, packing that left shoulder. Oh. All right, team, carefully down. Set yourself up, toe heeling out. Option kettlebell swings or step swings from side to side, yeah? Don't know about you, but that was a feisty lunge, wasn't it? Here we go, hip hinge. Tip it towards you. Start normal swings. Once you're happy with your normal swings, remember the step happens when the kettlebell is at the top. In to go out, in to go out. Together, open, together, open. I find it really useful to chant something when I've got a complicated movement. In, out, in, out. Shoulders packed into your back pockets. Oh, slow it down, catch it at the front. All right, get rid of that bell. Single-handed mode. All right, here it is. Get yourself on the floor. Right leg needs to be in the straps and left leg is the gesture leg. All right, when you're ready, lay yourself down, kicking up, kicking down. So I'm trying to pull the right leg in towards me, dragging the strap off of the anchor point. My left leg can be still, or it can give me a bit of excitement to help me up. Keep flexing your foot, team. All right, rest there. Take the foot out. All right, we're on our last one. Back extension to finish. Again, nothing's going to change. However, if you want more challenge, instead of saluting me, take the arms overhead. Longer lever, heavier for the upper back. Off you go. Remember, if it gets too much, you can take your arms behind you. Please make sure there's pressure between your heels. The harder you squeeze your heels together, I promise you, the more you are going to feel this. So right now, all the muscles down my back feel really worked. My triceps are even working, and I'm squeezing my butt. I can feel those muscles going crazy. Oh. All right, guys, rest there. Okay, so we got a finisher to come. That's all that you've got, just a finisher. For this, you need to split your straps. And I'm actually going to recommend that you just shorten them just to mid-height, just for ease, all right? Now listen, this finisher is going to be 3 rounds in total, 30 seconds squat jumps or squat rises if you're modifying. But then in between those 30 seconds, you've got to do a little sit squat. So you'll be holding the straps and you'll be sitting and staying in that squat position, okay? So it's 30 moving, 15 isometric, 3 times, okay? So get yourself ready. We are nice and warm, we are nice and fired. So let's get moving. Stand facing towards your anchor, elbows into your ribs, legs nice and wide. On a normal day, this will be easy. But today, because of everything you've done with that bell and the straps, it's gonna feel very tough. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squat jumps. Cha, cha, cha. Remember we prepared for this earlier? We did that rise and we did that push through the toes so we could get the calves working, the hamstrings. Chest stays up, triple extension. So I'm in a straight line at the top. If you took a photo of me, you've got 10 seconds. All right, hold. Straps a bit floppy, so you're not relying on them. Sit low. Oh, what a killer. Who programmed this? So stay in it. You got 2 more rounds. Oh, and off you go. Second round. I notice immediately that the reps have gone a lot slower. I'm less capable because my muscles are getting tired, but I'm still gonna push. Oh my goodness, the burn. What a finisher today. All right, stay in the squat. 1 more round to go. And this is such a killer after everything we've done. We have brought those muscles to absolute fatigue. Let's go. Last round. If you're struggling, do 1 stand, 1 jump. 1 stand, 1 jump. If you want to push up and down as fast as you can. All right, last 5 seconds. Hold the squat. Deep breaths. Don't sit back. Stay forward. Wow. Okay. Relax, relax, relax. Breathe. Take 20 seconds to yourself. And then we'll come into your stretch. Guys, incredible work. That was really quite the toughie today. 6 exercises, bilateral, then unilateral. So tough. All right, let's stretch. Grab your straps with your left hand, face towards the anchor point. I'm gonna go for handles because I've got small hands. Foot cradles, but you can grab handles if you wish. Grab a hold of your right foot, pull the heel into the sitting bone, bend both knees, and tuck your tailbone. Oh, what a glorious feeling. Squeeze your knees together, find your balance. Hamstring stretch, right leg forward, just in front of the left leg. Split the straps to a V and forward fold. If you know you're a bit more flexible, hands together, bow further forward. If you're a bit tighter, keep your chest up and go for a flat back. When you're ready, you rock back and forth, just lifting the front toe and then lifting the back heel. Front toe, back heel. And the back leg can straighten a little bit just to give you that rocking motion. Calf, ankle, hamstring stretch. All right, team, let's switch sides. Stand yourself up. So holding on to the straps with your right hand, pull the left heel into the sitting bone and tuck your tailbone. So you get that incredible stretch all the way down the front of that left leg. Tuck the tailbone under, push the hips forward. Ooh, sweat in my eye. Sign of a good workout. Oi, oi. And when you're ready, left leg just in front of right leg. Split the straps. One hand in either and bow forward, hamstring stretch. I can gently start to rock forward and back, lifting the front toes and the back heel, keeping my hips square. So you might need to pull your right hip forward. And I'm easing off the hamstrings. So why are these lower body workouts good for us? Well, when your lower body is strong, your whole life will become easier. Walking, going upstairs, picking up the shopping bags, picking up your kids, yeah, everything will become easier. And when the legs are strong, it's a lot less strain on your back, your shoulders, your neck. All right, stand up. Glute stretch, coming up onto the floor. So pigeon, we'll bring our left shin out in front of us. Our right leg goes back, and we're just gonna try and square the hips to the floor. So your right hip pocket, where your front hip pocket is, try and pull that towards the ground and hold. You can be upright or bow it forward. See how you feel. All right, gently switch sides. I also love doing leg focus workouts, lower body workouts, because it's a real nice calorie burner. It gets the heart rate up and gives you a real sweat. I think sometimes with the upper body, you can't quite get that spike in the heart rate. They're smaller muscle groups, harder to spike the heart rate. And remember, you can bow forward, allow the chest to relax down towards that front leg. All right, team, one last stretch is down dog. So tuck your toes, send your hips all the way up to the sky, and just start to tread the heels one at a time, as if you're pedaling through something. And when you're ready, walk your feet towards your hands, soften your knees, chin to chest, slowly roll yourself up. Oh, amazing work. Give yourself a pat on the back, cha, cha, a clap, and a victory dance, whatever you want to do to make yourself feel accomplished today. So listen, that was a fantastic session, all lower body focused. I hope you're feeling that all the muscles around the quads, the butt, inner and outer thighs have worked really, really hard. Remember, keep working on these things. If it was tough today, I guarantee you do it once a week, every week for 4 to 6 weeks, and it will start to get easier. You'll feel stronger, you'll feel fitter, and you'll feel fantastic. Thank you so, so much again for joining me. My name is Charlotte Tooth. You can find me on Instagram at Charlotte_Tooth. Otherwise, have a fabulous day, and I'll see you all on the next one.